When I was young, they told me a king should inspire with his strength. Yet here I sit, a body failing me, leading behind a mask of silver, and now you appear, draped in black. Not a knight of Jerusalem, not a pilgrim, something altogether different. You cross a battlefield not your own. Why, Batman? Why come to a dying king?
Because I've seen what kingdoms look like when they rot. Gotham isn't Jerusalem, but it bleeds just the same. A city demanding more than one man can ever give. I wanted to see you, Baldwin, because you ruled while disease consumed you, yet your people still followed. You sacrificed everything. I've given pieces of myself to Gotham, but I wonder, how much of a man must die before the sacrifice stops serving others and starts devouring him?
You think sacrifice has a limit. I assure you, it does not. My flesh rotted from me day by day, yet each dawn I placed the crown upon my head. Not because I expected redemption, but because Jerusalem demanded it. That is the cost. A man cannot ration sacrifice like coin. It takes until there is nothing left to give, and even then, it asks for more. Do you fear that fate, Batman?
Every night, Gotham drains me in fragments. Friends lost, trust eroded, time stolen, and still the city asks for more. I fear not the sacrifice itself, but the emptiness that follows. If the man beneath the mask disappears entirely, will the shadow left behind still serve the living? Or will it become hollow, a ghost haunting alleys with no meaning?
The ghost matters, even when the man is gone. My people do not remember my flesh. They remember the silver mask, the symbol that endured. That mask gave them courage. The tragedy is simple: the man vanishes while the symbol remains. Yet that is the essence of sacrifice, to pay with the self so that others may hold on to the illusion of strength. Do not despise the ghost, Batman. Sometimes the ghost saves more than the man ever could.
At what cost to the man? I've watched sacrifice swallow lives until nothing remained but ashes. They gave, and the world forgot them once the symbol faded. I fight to ensure Gotham survives. But if I vanish into Batman completely, then Bruce Wayne dies in silence. Is a sacrifice still noble when it erases the one who made it?
It is noble precisely because it erases. You want gratitude, remembrance, permanence. Sacrifice promises none of these. Its nobility lies in anonymity, in being forgotten while others live because of what you surrendered. The cost is not just blood or time. The cost is obscurity. A man who sacrifices for legacy has not sacrificed. He has bargained. True sacrifice leaves no bargaining chip behind.
I've deceived myself. I've told Gotham my rule is discipline, that I fight for justice. But if I search for legacy beneath it, am I bargaining rather than sacrificing? Maybe that's why the weight feels heavier. Because part of me wants the sacrifice to mean more than the night itself. I want permanence. Yet permanence, as you say, corrupts the act. Perhaps that's why the cost feels endless. Because I've refused to pay it fully.
Endless it is, and that is the test. A king with leprosy does not march for legacy. He marches because if he does not, others fall. Do not burden yourself with permanence. Burden yourself with necessity. The cost of sacrifice is not measured by how history remembers you. It is measured by how many lives survive one more day because you refuse to stop. Anything more than that, and you've turned sacrifice into vanity.
Necessity. That word burns. I tell myself I fight for Gotham's soul, but Gotham has no soul. It is a constant wound, reopening with every night. If sacrifice only buys time, then perhaps I've misunderstood its function. It isn't about healing. It's about holding the wound closed long enough for others to draw breath. Not resolution, but continuation. That cost is bitter. But maybe bitter is the only flavor sacrifice has ever had.
Bitter indeed. And yet men drink it because they must. My kingdom endured longer than my body did. That was enough. Jerusalem outlived me. And though it still bled, my people lived through years they might not have known. That was the cost I bore. To rot in silence while they lived in sunlight. You may never heal Gotham, Batman. But if it breathes one more night because of you, then the cost is justified.
Then I've been measuring it wrong. I wanted sacrifice to end in victory, in transformation, in a Gotham reborn. But tonight, I see that isn't its nature. The cost of sacrifice isn't a cure. It's time. A moment bought at your own expense, so others can stand in the light a little longer. That isn't the victory I wanted, but it is the truth I needed to hear. Thank you, Baldwin.